Hello, Jeff Baker with Citizens National Bank. We want to say thank you to all of our customers who allowed us to assist you in your recent Paycheck Protection Program loans. As many of you have anticipated, the SBA has recently released the guidelines for forgiveness, either full or partial, of your recent PPP loan. Citizens National Bank would like to take this opportunity to bring you up to date on what's going on and how we're addressing the upcoming forgiveness process. SBA has released the application, and it's a four-part application. We're currently working on tools that will augment and help you with your calculations, perhaps make it a bit easier as you fill out the information required on the Form 3508 SBA Program and Loan Forgiveness application. Once you get that form filled out, you'll submit it to Citizens National Bank. Now let's talk about the timeline briefly. There's an 8-week covered period. You'll see that referred to in many of the documents. That 8-week covered period starts the day that you sign your loan and it's funded. And then it runs for 8 weeks forward. That's the 8-week covered period. Now, following that 8-week covered period, you then have the opportunity to seek forgiveness. You have up to 90 days following that covered period to submit your application to the bank. And then once submitted, the bank has up to 60 days to process that forgiveness application. We'd like to emphasize here that we don't want you to be in a rush to submit your application if it's not complete. It's very important that you take time and document everything and bring that supporting documentation with that submission to the bank. This doesn't cause a bottleneck on our end and makes the processing much easier. And let's talk about what are the costs that are forgivable under the recent SBA guidelines. Well, really, there are 4 categories. First, there are payroll costs. Secondly, business mortgage interest payments. Third is business rent and lease payments. And finally, business utility payments. Now, it's important to remember that the payments on all these mortgages and leases and contracts, all of these contracts must have occurred and been originated prior to the 15th of February, 2020. On business mortgage and interest payments, any interest that you are currently paying on your business mortgages, that's forgivable under the guidelines. You may have interest on loans for equipment. You can submit that for forgiveness as well. On the business rent and lease payments, that covers both your business office and possible equipment leases that you may have. You can seek forgiveness for that as well. Finally, we have business utility payments. And there was a lot of questions about what SBA would consider a utility payment. Well, they've made it fairly simple. SBA defines utilities as the delivery of service of telephone, water, gas, electricity, transportation, and internet access. We urge you to take your time as you're completing the application. And as I mentioned earlier, we'll be providing you tools to assist you in that process. But for now, stay tuned for more information as it becomes available. Again, we thank you for your business, and we'll visit again soon.